Hey guys, it's Ryan here. Welcome to an F1 2013 team preview video, and today I will be covering Force India, and we are in Spa for 3 laps on F1 2012 if you're interested in the gameplay. But anyway, Force India, their season in 2012 was pretty good for them for a mid-team perspective. They had some really strong performances in the top 6 for a couple of races as well. And they led a race. They led with Nico Hülkenberg in Brazil for a very long time before his incident with Hamilton and getting the penalty. But Paul Di Resta had a really good season in 2012. He was in the points, beat Hülkenberg in a couple of qualifyings, and Hülkenberg beat him. So it was kind of even pace between both of them during the season, in my opinion. So it was good to see. And Paul, I think, just beat Hülkenberg, in the standings, but if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below and I will correct that. This season, obviously, for 2013, we had Hülkenberg leave Force India and gone to Sauber, the rival team to Force India, considering though that Force India did beat Sauber last season in the Constructors' standings, so there's going to be a bit of rivalry between the two of them again this season, which is hopefully going to happen. A new face to the team. Adrian Sutil makes his return to the sport and takes the number 2 seat to Paul Di Resta. So the reunion of these two who were teammates in 2011. So it'll be good to see that inter-rivalry back again, and it's good for the team in my opinion as well, as Sutil has he's been at the team for a very, very long time. I think it was when it was in Midland era, in 2006 or 2007, so he's been with the team for a long time. He knows a couple of people, so you could get some good feedback and good knowledge, and he's experienced. So I think he's 32, 33, so he's still got a couple of years on his belt, and it'll be really good to see. And I believe Sutil could possibly beat Di Resta this season, but I'll go into that at the end of when we come to the predictions. So in testing, they had a very promising car. I mean, from watching them on the testing on Sky Sports News in the last testing when Sutil was announced, the car was pretty good, and I do not believe it had any problems with reliability or anything like that, which is really good to see. And they put some really long fuel runs in as well, which is pretty promising for the team as well. They're not far off the pace, but as I always say in every video, testing does not really give us a rough idea of where the teams are going to be. But Adrian Sutil, first day he comes back, he was a second fastest to Jenson Button at one stage in mixed conditions with a bit of rain and a dry track. So Sutil hasn't really lost his touch, has he? But it's going to be a very interesting season for Force India in my opinion, but that's my opinion in terms of positions and constructors points and championship points, which I'll go into the predictions in a minute. But now on to Force India's 2013 car, and I must say, like last season, it looks beautiful in terms of livery and colour scheme. Not that that's going to help the team get up in the constructors, but and they've gone for a couple new parts to last season, but all in all, it looks kind of the same as last season. But as I've said already in testing so far, they've been pretty good on reliability, which is going to be one of the key factors I think this season for this team, as they didn't really have a lot of retirements last season in terms of reliability, so they need to continue that flowing through the whole of the season, and they need a really good strong start if they're going to beat Sauber again, and even possibly challenge Mercedes. Possibly, it's a big ask, but we'll have to wait and see onto that. But now on to every week I give my predictions, and this week it's obviously Force India, so this one's going to be interesting considering that I would put Di Resta and Sutil probably on the same pace as each other. But we're going to start off with the constructors, Force India in particular. And this one is going to be a 2-horse race between themselves, Sauber. I'm going to possibly throw in Williams as well. So those 3 are going to have a good battle this season for 6th position in the Constructors' Championship. I won't see them beating Mercedes, Lotus, McLaren, Red Bull and Ferrari. They're the big top 5, so I'm going to rule them out of the top 5 place. So for me, I'm going to probably say 6th position in the Constructors' Championship. They're going to beat Sauber convincingly, but I think they're going to just pit Williams. So that's my opinion on that. On to the drivers. We're going to be kicking the one off with Paul Di Resta. Paul's going to probably be in the points consistently, maybe 8th or maybe couple six places and 8th places. So I'm going to probably put him. I'm going to probably say about 10th in the Constructors' Championship. Whereas Paul's teammate Adrian Sutil, I think he could just pip him. I think to maybe 9th place in the Drivers' Championship. You may get a couple top 5 finishes in a couple of races in mixed conditions, depending on obviously if it's going to rain or not. But I'm going to probably put him 9th, and his qualifying pace, I'm going to probably say it's going to be even between these two. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these two play together as a team in the season. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this episode of the F1 2013 team previews. Next time we're going to be covering Williams, so I hope you do come along and do enjoy that video, because it's going to be an interesting one, considering regarding the new driver Bottas, if that's right. But anyway, guys, remember to like and favourite the video, and also subscribe to my channel for some more F1 2013 content and the overtakes of the week. But until then, guys, wherever you are in the world, have a great day, and I shall see you then. Take care. See you there.